Not you being jealous of somebody who's currently serving a life sentence in prison for being wrongfully accused, by the way, of taking out a prison guard during a riot in which she was serving a prison sentence because her life just didn't pan out on the outside, so she didn't have nowhere to go but there. So Tamika Ward is currently working as a guard at Max, where Taystee just so happened to be serving her sentence. She approaches Taystee's cell trying to talk to her and be chummy, and when Taystee doesn't respond all fun loving, she get mad like, "Bitch, I was trying to be nice to you." That's when Taystee tell her, "Can't you tell I'm in a bad way?" And she's like, "Well, how do you think I feel when two of my men ended up getting killed during the riots?" Taystee like, "I didn't have nothing to do with that." She's like, okay. Well, you should have stayed the path. Taystee like, don't even try it, because the only reason why you're standing where you are and I'm standing where I'm standing is because of luck. That's all it is. So we see a flashback of both of them working at Storky's, a fast food restaurant, not too long ago, some years ago. And both of them was getting high on the clock. Apparently Tamika had been taking the money and putting it in her pocket instead of the register. But Taystee was the manager, so she was more successful at that point than Tamika was. So we see them chilling underneath the counter when somebody comes in. Now Taystee just so happened to pop up instead of Tamika. And Taystee goes to take the guy's order. She recognizes him. He looking all sweaty and desperate, and he's like, "I need your help." She's like, "I can help you if it's burger related." Still joking around. Now she done called the man's name out. She thinking they're cool. He said, "I need you to give me all the money." She's like, "What?" He's like, "All the money right now." He pulls out a gun. Taystee like, "Okay, so if I open the register, the alarms are going to go off. The camera's already seen you. Your face is not covered. Like, your best bet is to just leave." He's like, "Fine. Give me your J's then." So she takes off her shoes and he takes off out the door. Now, Taystee doesn't end up calling the police because nothing happened. And plus, they're both high, not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So they close up and they're walking next to one another, talking and laughing. And, Tamika's thanking Taystee for saving her life, essentially, because how would Tamika have handled that situation? Not as well as Taystee. And they kind of look at each other. They give each other a little bit of a lingering stare. I ain't gonna lie. I thought this when I first seen it, when I saw it the second time and the third time, and now I'm seeing it again. I'm like, they was looking for a long time. But anyways, they end up hugging each other and, chumming it out. And then you see them walking across the street, two different directions. But that got me thinking about the theme song. Think of all the roads. Think of all their crossings. Taking steps is easy. Standing still is hard. At the end of the day, at that time, Tamika was complacent with her life, and Taystee really was trying to build. Now, it just so happened that trying to build and trying to make things happen for herself, Taystee ended up in a bad way. She ended up messing with V. She ended up in prison. And then we see it wrap around again. Yes, she left and she came right back willingly. But when she was trying to do those negotiations, she was trying to build and she was trying to make something happen for herself, which she knew those things were going to affect her, the negotiations. And yet again, she ends up in a bad way. But like the lyrics say, taking steps is easy. Standing still is hard. But anyway, we see Tamika go to the mailroom to get the mail for all of the inmates. And we see a little arrow pointing down to Taystee's mail because it's in a big old basket. She gets jealous and passes Taystee's room up. Taystee like, "Is there any mail for me?" She like, "No. Nope. Nothing." It's because Taystee got all these supporters for, standing up for her rights and standing up for the rights of the inmates. And I guess Tamika is jealous, but rightfully so, because irregardless of their positioning, it does not change who they are as people. Although Taystee is in prison, she's still more ambitious than Tamika.